Many of you may have seen the movie Super Size Me, which is a documentary film filmed in 2004 on the life of Morgan Spurlock, a 32-year-old man who did a 30-day challenge eating fast food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 30 days straight. Throughout the documentary, he had rules and regulations regarding what he could and what he could not eat. But throughout, he finished in completion, and within the completion of the challenge came some health effects that were proven. His cholesterol rose 65%, his body fat percentage went from 11% to 18%, and he gained a total of 24.5 pounds. While yes, this is not common to eat fast food, especially McDonald's, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 30 days straight, it has become a staple in America today, becoming that fast food is one of our main things that we tend to eat. My main claim is that the major contributor to the obesity in America is fast food. My first claim is that the portion sizes of the fast food restaurants have increased over the past 20 years. In 2004, Julie Garden Robinson, a food and nutrition specialist at North Dakota State University, stated that in an article that the sizes of today's kids' meals are equal to the size of an average hamburger years ago today. Also, Erica Good wrote in 2003 that the portion sizes are a way to boost a company's economy and for their production as well. The price of a smaller portion of food is close to the price of a larger portion, making it easy for the consumer to choose between the larger portion and getting more meal, which can lead to overconsumption of food. Fast food companies use the media to increase the consumption by children of their products. Elizabeth Goodman says in 2010, in an article written, she says, youth of all ages are exposed to substantially more TV ads for fast food restaurants. She also notes that unhealthy foods are still marketed to kids. This can lead to unhealthy habits starting at a young age and affecting them later on in life. Another way that companies use marketing to children is catchy slogans such as in the movie Super Size, or the common slogan, Super Size It. Morgan Spurlock had to use, if he was asked to supersize it, he had to accept, but he could never himself ask to supersize a meal. Companies also make labels appealing to children, such as icons, slogans and cartoons, bright colors, and songs, all in an effort to promote their company. The advertisement that children are seeing is a way for them to, in a sense, beg to their parents, like to get them to buy the company, the food at the company. One of the main concerns is the health risk. And Julie Garden Robinson also said that two out of every 3 Americans are overweight or obese. A main contributor is that the food given in these products contains high sodium intake and poor nutritional content. Fast food companies must bear some of the blame for the country's weight problem due to the portion sizes and other environmental influences, says Erica Good. Companies such as Yum Brands are looking for new ways to reduce sodium content, and Elisa Elan said in 2008. High sodium intake can cause major factors. As Morgan Spurlock, through his challenge, he doubled his risk of coronary heart disease, and it made him twice as likely to have heart failure. In conclusion, the fast food industry, major contributor to the obesity. Portion sizes are equaling an overconsumption of food in America that is eaten by the population. Also, the television ads geared toward the generation of tomorrow. Some experts say that the generation of tomorrow is not supposed to last past the parents. And the long-term health risks, are they really worth it? Is it worth having to pay for medical bills just to have a hamburger?
Ms. Zuniga. Right, Ashley, you've got a very clear statement of the proposition, so it's easy to tell what that argument's going to be about, but there's no layout of what the structure of the speech is going to be at the beginning, so there's no preview of what the contents are going to be. You did a nice job labeling the first point of your supporting points very clearly. I didn't hear as distinct a label on the second point. I thought you did okay on the third point, but really I thought you started off pretty well on signposting internally, but didn't always follow through on that. Good background information. It's interesting. I do think you become a little dependent on the Morgan Spurlock experience as a basis for your examples. When you particularly admit that it's a unique example and it is an unusual set of circumstances that's going on there, I think you might want to be careful about making that kind of inference. A little bit more data, for instance, about what the average kid consumes or what the average consumer takes in at fast food restaurants, the frequency with which they eat at those restaurants, the amount that they consume in terms of calories, for instance, at those restaurants. I think there's a chance to get some statistical information in the speech that never really gets followed up on, so it's a little bit underdeveloped on those points. I thought you did a nice job talking, giving us the source citations on the experts whose opinions you're depending on. I do think that sometimes the statements that they're making are a little bit conclusionary. The notion that there's a relationship between the marketing and the advertising and kids demanding of their parents and then they're consuming the extra food, that to me seems to be underdeveloped, and you need some stronger information on those points, and that's where some of that statistical information I think would help you a bit. You do an okay job talking to the audience. Sometimes the language is not always as smooth as it could be, and I think that you have a couple of, for instance, vague value claims at the end. I know you're trying to find a good dramatic exit line, but it sounds more like a value argument at the end than it does a claim of fact. All right, thank you.